operations. However, I'm open to being proven wrong. I'm proved wrong, and behind the scenes, the Chinese will. And I believe that's why Saudi and the always able to change the tune. They can't do that without the backing of China and so on. And because China is doing all these financial deals behind the scenes to move them over to their side, the Saudis can be more brave now. Up until very the Saudis hacked everything. All that dynamics now changing because the power shift behind the scenes is towards China. And in fact, I believe Saudi even recently kind of didn't quite go along with those talks that the US, they're trying to cajole them into it's all sides.
So,
Okay,
I
conspiracy theories.
yeah, so
Yeah, I'm all over it. Well, next up,
it's 99. There is an election in Iran which brought up what is called government power, and that really threatened the fundamental Islamists, which for example, the Osama bin Laden, like the main representative, and that led to 9/11, just to fuck up that reformist action. Right now, another reformist government, same ideology, is Pezeshkian. So that first one was Khatami. This one is Pezeshkian. This is again after the reformists never came into power in Iran. This is the first time the reformists came to the power again. And this is freaking out the fundamental Jewish people. So my idea is that all this thing that you see is just against a version of Islam which can cope with West. That's really conspiracy idea.
I follow you, but the overall gist sounds plausible to me. I don't know if everybody else in the room understood that better than me, maybe.
Yo, wait, man, are you Iranian?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, X-rated.
Yo, what the fuck? Bro, I don't even call myself ex-Somali. What the fuck, bro? Even though I was not born there, I never call myself, bro. Iranians are funny, bro. I have an Iranian friend. He's a very good friend of mine. Like, he tells me, like, you know, he doesn't like what Israel is doing. You know, he doesn't like what he also criticizes the government, you know? He criticizes the government. Like, you know, he criticizes the government. You know, like, honestly, bro, monarchy, Iran are just crazy, bro. Iran.
I have a problem with Iranians for different reasons. I don't want to go through that. That's why I call myself ex-Iranians.
Okay, whatever makes you sleep at night. Whatever can make you sleep.
I am who I say I am. So.
Yes, you are what you say. I can agree with you, my dear. Do what you like. Do what you like. Be what you like. One spaces.
Nice.
Yo, what's up, my nigga?
Always remember, my nigga, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, you heard?
Of course, bro, of course. I 100% believe that Muslim, bro. Speaking.
I suppose, based on that conspiracy, though, how do you think that frames things right now? How do you think that will influence events?
What do you mean?
Well, in this discussion, I'm assuming is to understand what the likely outcome is going to happen, right? Whether there's going to be a coup within Iran, whether there are power factions that the US and Israel are trying to...
It's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen, bro. You know, the whole plan before 1996, projects for a new American century, and that thing where they said 7 countries in 5 years. The last country on the list, my dear brother, is Sudan. I mean, it's Iran. Okay. And they definitely, they want to do, bro. So.
Yeah, I'm just just trying to understand, and I know this is all on the plan. I've been arguing that to everybody in this room, sometimes being mocked for believing that. However, what I'm trying to understand is what this new conspiracy idea, how it affects the outcome, the likely outcome. Will that make it easier for the US to destabilize and regime change Iran, or will it undermine their efforts for more patriotic unity in Iran that will prevent that from happening? I suppose that's my question.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Can't lie, but let's just hope all the best, bro.
Anas, let me just share something. One of the rockets that landed in central Israel destroyed shelters. It's in a place called Petah Tikva.
Wow.
It was
Yes, center.
Maybe the favors are coming up. Just wait to see the show. Just wait. Never longer. The real show is coming up. And we'll find out where the America is standing. If Israel will try to stand up.
To be honest with you, man, I don't really bet the US is going to get involved. At least not now.
Listen, we pay.
What the hell are you saying? Really is not going to get involved. They're involved as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, they're involved on the defensive, not offensive.
What do you mean? What's that? If they are giving the intelligence, the coordinates, the bombs, they're shooting down rockets. I mean, what are you talking about?
Defensive.
Is not a direct attack.
Yeah, the American troops.
They will face the consequences.
You will see in about a week, American B-52s are gonna be dropping bombs on Iran. You'll see.
They're going to
Russia will get involved. I think in this, Russia will get involved, and they will be the peace.
I have a question from Gender. Where are the B2s, Gender?
The B-2s? The US just flew a few of them.
Diego Garcia.
To Garcia, what is the place? Garcia?
Yeah, Diego Garcia. Diego Fans.
Yeah.
In the Indian Ocean.
So you know the latest. They got him out.
Brother Samud, you're breaking up.
Oh.
Did you see what Macron said? He was like, oh, they didn't ask us for help yet, so I'm just waiting for Israel to ask for help and we'll see.
Macron needs to help himself and defend.
I agree. Like, I'm just sharing with this clown.
No, I agree with you, and then he needs to defend
yeah.
himself from his wife.
I know. In the same sentence, he was like, oh, we need to defend Israel. And I also recognized that.
He's a clown.
Are you okay?
Do you think the UK will get involved? They're already involved. They're sending they've sent a few already.
They were actually officially asked by Israel to get involved, and they agreed.
Yeah, of course they did.
I just want to say one thing, guys. America, I hope sincerely. I don't want high gas prices and anything. I hope Trump said we're not going to be involved. I hope we don't get involved.
I told you
What do you mean?
electric car.
It's already evolved.
Why would I buy an electric car, my dear brother?
One thing, Anas, you know, what do you mean? Trump said we're not getting involved.
I don't believe him, of course, brother, but I'm saying he said.
If you don't believe he's lying, why the fuck are you asking?
I understand that Trump said on Twitter, like he said, they reported Trump. He said we're not involved with Israel's
Yeah,
plan.
but Anas, listen to what Jindip's saying.
Okay, go on, Jim. Speak to me, but let me see.
I like you, but you're too loud.
Oh my God, sorry, brother. Jim. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, Habibi. I'm sorry, brother.
When Trump makes a statement, when the American diplomacy is based on, you know, telling half truths and fooling the public. And when Trump says something, I know you don't take it at face value, right? I mean, you don't believe everything he says, right? He says one thing, Because moving
I know, bro.
moving the American public in a direction that you desire is so easy. It's a very easy process.
Yep, it is.
Yeah. Do you know what's going on in Gaza as we speak, or did you all forget about it?
There's a Holocaust. There's a Holocaust going on. It's worse than a Holocaust.
Right.
That's all I can say.
But
What's happening in Gaza?
the argument or your wishful thinking that America is not involved in this for standing on headlines. I mean, you must be living under some fucking heavy rock to think that. I mean, anyone thinks that must be living in under some rock.
What's likely, bro?
They're literally supplying missiles, they're supplying them with money for diplomacy, so many different little things they're given. Trump is not just involved, Trump is like literally the whole thing, Netanyahu.
Yes. Can I add something very important to Trump's statement that you guys are skipping? He didn't just say no to Israel for now, he said, but if Iran touches one hair on any American head or any attack on any US base, we will absolutely use all the force imaginable on Iran.
And how hard do you think that's going to be for Israel to do something?
It doesn't need to be Israel. US do it themselves. They've always done false flags. The alert went out last week before this even kicked off from US Edwards Air Force Base that an attack is imminent. They've already carefully stationed US bases in Iraq in the live fire, trying to get Iran to hit US bases. Everything is set up, and if Iran doesn't do it, they'll do it themselves. So all it needs is a few false flag attacks. The media goes to town on the American public. The senators are already lining up. Ted Cruz, they're already coming out of woodwork saying, if they touch one American life, we're going to have to get involved. The narrative was written 10 years in advance.
Consent and moving the public in a direction. It's very simple.
It's a script. It's all a script.
It's just
Yeah.
all these people are just cheap. Since COVID happened, guys, like for me, I spent like a lot of months on lockdown. I was obviously very prone to the propaganda. It was actually when I came back here in 2021 when I apparently got refused a job because I wanted to work at University of Michigan Hospital. They said you have to get the booster shot. That's when I figured out a lot of stuff. Everything is just, bro. It's just BS. And speaking of what Jimmy said earlier, Trump, he's absolutely right, bro. I'm not saying Trump didn't say he's not gonna get involved, but I'm just directly quoting him. But let's see what happens, bro. Definitely, with the way I can see, America is gonna get involved, and it is gonna be very bad for this country, bro. Sadly, I love this amazing country, bro. I'm proud to be a U.S. citizen, but sadly, it's gonna be bad for America, bro. And Ted Cruz is a neocon, bro. Think about it. Trump, as much as I hate him, he's not a neocon. He is absolutely opposed to a lot of the neocons. But he has to keep the base happy, bro. He has to vote and support. Remember, guys, 10 years ago, Ted Cruz and Trump were like sport enemies. They hated each other, And now, obviously, they have to put differences aside and work together, bro. Trump leads them, Trump is the only one man, and he has a lot of people from that base that need him, bro. So
So
Can I ask airplane if he's still on? Airplane, I have to get off. Did he give any updates?
I believe he said that they hit
The bunker.
the shelters or something.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
The shelters. I wonder who's in there.
5 settlers were killed in Peta after the bunkers were collapsed.
Yeah. Oh, settlers? Oh, okay. Well, I don't care about settlers. They kill Palestinians every day, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But
Amos could be one of them, so you should feel sorry for Amos.
no, Amos is in a kibbutz.
Amos is kibbutz, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking though, if they hit the settlements or the bunker, they're thinking there's someone important.
I'm not gonna tell you where I am, but we've had rocket pieces fall down on us. So
Try to collect one as a memento.
I have a couple.
You do? Do you really?
I certainly do. From the last time and this time too.
Okay. Well, can you give me one?
No.
I'll buy one of
Wait,
them.
no. Wait a minute. No.
Be quiet.
No, I'm Palestinian. Don't listen to
I
him.
don't care. You don't get privilege.
No. Listen,
I'll pay you.
Jindib, you have to give me one of them.
No, you don't. You don't
Yes,
deserve
you
it.
do.
Go in a museum somewhere.
What the hell are you going to do with the piece?
No, I would keep it symbolically. What do you mean?
Wouldn't. You wouldn't
Of course
look after it. I'd cherish it. I'd value
And
it.
necklace.
This is crazy. Listen, Jindib, come on. I mean, you have enough pieces.
Look at this
Came
guy.
all the way from Iran, so
Huh?
I'm not giving them up.
Why not? What are you going to do with them? You don't need all of them. Just give me one piece.
Yeah, but look, Jindib, you just pick some trash up from outside. You can make some money on it.
Say there are pieces of.
Yeah.
Sell them on eBay.
Yeah, that's an idea, right?
Yeah, but Jindib, how many pieces do you have? If you collect more, can you give me one?
3 so far.
So what are you going to do with 3? Can you give up one?
No, why do you want one anyway? They're so.
Yeah, why do you?
Because I'm Palestinian. This is part of our
You
heritage.
don't need one. What the hell are you going to do with one? Honestly, you just stick to your day job.
General really wants one. You really want
Of course, I want one.
I want one
By
too.
hook or by crook, I will outbid you.
I don't know about that, but I don't want to buy one. I feel it's wrong to buy. It's wrong to buy one. Agenda. We shouldn't.
Why is it wrong?
I don't know. It's I don't know. But he could collect more. Agenda. Get out there and collect more.
Yeah, but see, the is worth more than the dollar. You're going to pay in dollars. I'm going to pay in pounds.
Listen, we just need Jindib to, we know the path.
Sterling.
I can pay in euros.
Yeah, pounds sterling.
Listen, we could do this. Airplane knows, he could tell us the path that these things are taking.
Look at this.
Jindib, you jump up and go.
Look at this beggar.
I'm not begging, I'm strategizing.
You're literally on your knees.
I am trying to get Jindib in his area, hopefully not on top of him. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm maximizing the situation.
Trying to get me killed, huh?
No, not killed. No, I need the pieces.
See, Jindib, he's trying to get you killed so he can steal pieces. Don't trust this.
I think Jindib will give me one. I just gotta talk him in person.
You're just evil, Edward. You don't deserve the pieces.
Look,
You just got me.
Look how fast, look how quick. People turn on you just instantly.
I didn't turn on you. You were using reckless language to kind of facilitate the demise of Jindib. Over what?
Okay, Jindib, don't listen to him. He's a lawyer, Jindib. Don't listen to this guy.
Look at this slanderous bitch.
But yo, but Anas, but General,
Yeah, he laughed. He didn't know what the hell was going on between us. He's like, what is wrong with these guys? They're crazier than me.
but General, if we put boots on the ground, man, and I gotta fight on the front lines, man, I'll do it with.
Say that again, sorry.
I said if we put boots on the ground and I gotta go in the front line, I would do it with pride, man.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay for you? You're already 30 trillion in debt.
Man.
So what I have to
30
do?
trillion in debt. Who's going to pay for the boots?
I'll go.
Are you going to get on the ground bare feet?
And why are you telling us what you're going to do in Pride? Go tell your boss.
My boss already knows, man.
Okay, why are you telling us? You're not going to get any medal marks.
I don't want to go to front. I was having a conversation with.
That wasn't a conversation, it was a statement.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with General. You rudely interrupted, Edward.
You know, if you put boots on the ground in Iran, you'd be coming up as an opponent to me.
Yes.
Also, the US won't do a ground invasion, let's get that clear.
No, they're
It's
not.
physically impossible for the geography reasons. If it happens,
Yeah.
it will be air bombardment. It's already doing a car bomb terrorist attacks. They're doing drone strikes. They will destroy infrastructure and will attempt a regime change. That is the goal. You've seen how they do it in Beirut. It took them 10 years to completely destroy through a gradual process. They did it in Libya, they did it in Syria. They fund armed factions and militias.
Terrorist groups.
Yeah, exactly. They did it in Ukraine. That's the pattern. There's no need to deviate from that
Yeah, the
pattern.
playbook is the same.
Yeah, and they save face because remember, they don't want to be seen to be sending US bombers over a country. That's bad. It's bad PR. The Russians are You're being warmongers. The Americans always try to hide their activities and say, "Oh, we're just supporting Israeli efforts. Oh, we're just giving cover for the counter-terrorists. Oh, we're helping the color revolution like they did they've pitted factions, the Sunni versus Shiites in Iraq. This is their standard playbook. They've already embedded their special operatives.
They've learned it from us, though, Rolf.
But General,
The British taught exactly. Yeah. So that's how it will play out.
but General,
Yes, Chucky.
and I'll be a martyr for my country if I have
Yeah, but you don't believe in martyrdom.
for liberty and justice for all. Boom.
Liberty? Who are you? How you get liberty around? Make that make sense, Chucky.
I want to. There's something I want to. I want to game theory this out or war game this out a little
Try it
bit.
on your one of the AIs.
Well, I did already. I want to see what you think, General. Okay.
What you want me to do, or you want me to listen to you?
No. I want you to agree with me. Or
My name is General. I'm not actually Brigadier General. Or
no. This is not. This is more of a game theory.
Oh, go on then.
So okay. So here's my issue. Here's what I started with. True promise to have proven to Israel that their air defense systems